PFM. He said that's actually what we put on our work orders was PFM. I said PFM. He said pure f***ing magic.
That's how we do it in the South.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. I tell you, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say Bronco. You know, I'm not the biggest Ford fan. I think anybody that's been on this channel more than 10 minutes probably has caught on to that, considering I'm looking at a sea of GM products. But this, on the other hand, caught my eye. We picked it up last Friday. 1967 Bronco. Full lift off top 302, air, loaded to the hilt, frame off restoration. I'm actually a little excited about this. But I get excited about all my buys. That's the thing. I think I love to sell because I love to buy even more. I love buying cars. I love getting new cars. I love driving different stuff. You know, just like I'm looking forward to taking this Bronco out for a spin before it goes through cleanup and gets ready for her close-ups and ready for the old interwebs. But you know, a lot of people ask me, you know, about like how do you find your cars? And you know, I look online and different places. I have people send me messages about them all the time. And actually, speaking of that, I had a guy out of the blue send me a message, and this was a few months back. Really nice guy. He's a YouTuber and got a pretty good YouTube channel going. Old Primer at his best. Jimmy and his wife Rita, Mr. and Miss Pib, P-I-B. They sent me a message. He goes, Rob, I want to sell some trucks. I want to sell some trucks. And I said, Jimmy, I'm wide open right now, but you know, I'd love to get up and talk to you. These guys are up there in Athens, Tennessee, and he said, I'd love to get up there and talk to you. I said, right now it's just a little crazy. When I get a little break in the action. So I finally get back home and get settled and whatnot, and he sends me a text. He goes, you haven't forgot about me, have you? And he's sending me all the links to these YouTube videos with these trucks in it and stuff. And I said, well, let's get up there. So I hopped in the Cadillac and hauled ass to Tennessee. And it was a beautiful drive up that way. I love East Tennessee in general. And we get up there, and he had some neat stuff. I ended up buying 5 cars from this one guy. And, you know, they were all nice, and they were all his babies, you know. And, I mean, and he had a story for all of them, you know. And I think he had 7 or 8 trucks. And like I said, out of the 7 or 8 vehicles, I bought 5. I bought 4 trucks and a gorgeous 1962 Impala. The Impala was a family car that they've had for a long time, and I'll be honest with you, I felt privileged just to be able to buy this car. Gorgeous 62 Impala, like I said. We did a few things to it here at the RUC and dolled it up a little bit, and we kind of got that, having a little fun with it here right now. But the trucks, on the other hand, bought some neat trucks. I bought a 2007 regular cab short bed V8 Chevy truck, which are red hot right now. 5.3 automatic airs, LS trucks. It was loaded out. Got it picked up. I think so he named all his trucks. I'm trying to call the names of them right, but he called it Coffee, and I'll be honest with you. So we sent transport to pick up all the vehicles, but that one truck. And I said, well, hell, I'll just ride it with transport and drive it back. And I drove it back, and I posted a picture of it on Instagram and sold it. Literally, it was on the ground here 15 minutes, and a guy came in from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and bought it. So now it's down to 4. We did some paint work on the 62 Impala, got it all dolled up, like I said, and he just got it pristine. Then he had Sky, which was a blue and white 75 Chevrolet truck. It's actually in Arizona now, and we sold it. And, I mean, that's a great truck. They're all great trucks, you know. And then we have Shannon, which is a brown and cream colored 78 GMC truck, lowered on 20-inch wheels. And he had Sam, or Sammy, one of the two. But anyway, it was a white 88 Chevrolet OBS. And that one was the fun one because the truck, it's kind of rough. You know, we get real slick OBSs in here as a rule. And this one was a little rough around the edges. And we had a little fun with it. And I told Jimmy, in text, I said, we're going to play with this a little bit. So I sent my graphic guy out. And I said, man, I want to do something fun with this truck. I mean, it's got dead paint. Runs and drives out great. It's a great little truck. It's just what you see. It's kind of got a patina look, which that was this thing, you know. But I said, you know, we need to do something fun with it and give it a little personality. And I love theme stuff. You know, we do a lot of theme trucks here at RUC. And the thing that was fun about it is coming up with what Robert would come up with. We had several different ideas for this truck, And finally, the one that stuck that really caught my eye, he sent me a rendering of it. And it was kind of cool because I've got a tie to this as well. And we've noticed since we've got this truck done, it blew up on Instagram, TikTok. It's been shared 50 billion times everywhere. And we actually made it look like an old Southern Belle phone truck, and we called it Speed Dial. Like I said, Robert did a phenomenal job with the patina stripes and nailing the logos. This thing looks just like it was a Southern Belle truck, and that's awesome. But the cool thing is the ties that people have with those trucks, or had a family member that worked for Southern Belle, or any of your phone companies in general. But you just naturally were drawn to it. Like I was reading some of the comments on the TikTok video and Instagram and whatnot, and they were talking about, my dad worked for Southern Belle, or hey, I work for the phone company now. Man, that's so cool. And everywhere you take it, it's crazy. I've got a $100,000 show truck OBS and that thing, and they walk right past that show truck and go straight to Southern Belle every time, because that truck just draws you. And like I said, I have a tie with Southern Belle. So I dated a girl that her stepfather, it was the only real job he ever had, was working for the phone company, and he worked for Southern Belle when it was Southern Belle, and now it's AT&T. But he's retired now. But he saw it, and it reminded me of a funny story. And working in shops and stuff, and he worked the road, so he did the line work and all that stuff. And the thing that was funny is hearing his stories about just sometimes crazy shit happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just can't explain things, and it was kind of funny, and he had a funny way of saying it. And it was funny how they did it, because even working in automotive shops, we had the same issues. You get a car that, would have a problem, or a truck that would have a problem, and literally you did nothing. It just kind of fixed itself. It went away. And, he said, what we used to do, he said, Rob, when we were out on a call and somebody had their service was down, or, their internet wasn't working, or their phone line wasn't right, or something like that, then all of a sudden we'd literally show up with a truck, find nothing wrong, and the problem was gone. It fixed itself. And he said, we called that PFM. He said, that's actually what we put on our work orders, was PFM. I said, PFM? He said, pure f***ing magic. And that literally was the first words that came out of my mouth when Robert finished Speed Dial Up. I love the look of it. I'll be honest with you, hell, we may keep it for a shop truck for a little while. I don't know. I just like that thing. It's just a fun ride. Like I said, I want to thank Jimmy and Rita. It was an awesome deal. It was great dealing with you guys. And I love the trucks. And I hope everybody's doing well out that way. And you know what? We may give Speed Dial a rest, but I think we'll give this old Bronco a test drive and take the new camera guy to lunch. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars.